My name is Dion von Moltke. I'm coming here from Miami in the United States. I raced on the South African flag, but I was born in the U.S. I had quite a late start compared to some of the kids these days. I started when I was 14 years old in go-karts. Did karting for about 3 years. I went to 2 world championships in Italy. I went up after that to the Skip Barber Racing School in the U.S. It's pretty big there. A lot of kids go through it. Spent a year there and was looking at where to go, and the best series at the time was in closed-wheel touring cars with the Coney Challenge. It's kind of the stepping stone for the Grand Am series is endurance racing. I raced the API Motorsport and a Volkswagen GTI. We did really well, and I'm back with them again this year. We've already had 2 race wins this year, doing really well in the championship. This year I did the Daytona 24-hour and a Mazda RX-8 in the Grand Am Rolex series. I've also done my first race at a Daytona prototype, so it's looking good to see what we can do for next year. You know, in my career, I've wanted to take different steps and the right step to make sure my future is where I want to be. And for any driver, he wants to show his class against the best in the world. And of course, for us right nowadays, that's Formula One, is where the best of the best are. And really, the Grand Prix Shootout had the perfect package with their opportunities to learn with Rob Wilson. And just get the whole package together was really, really good. And that's why I decided to come here and hopefully win the competition and go show what I can do with what I've learned and what I know I can do on the track, and be a good day. Yeah, I got to drive in the Punto with Denny Watts. He's a terrific driver in the Le Mans series, and a place that I think I would like to drive as well. Le Mans looks like a really cool place, and I really learned a lot of the little things. As a driver, you really need to know what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and he kind of makes you a little bit more aware of it. So now when I go back and do my racing series, or when I go back out on the track, I can kind of focus on the little things and just kind of make them, just try to be the best driver you can, almost like the perfect driver. And they're really helping you become that. And that's, the teaching's great. What you learn is just amazing here, and it's a great program. Yeah, one of the things that I've kind of noticed myself doing recently is I have a bit of a double turn-in. I kind of turn it in and then unturn it and turn it again. It's one of the things that's very, very minute, and it's hard to really sometimes know when you're doing it. He kind of makes you aware of it. And it was kind of helpful to really be able to become more aware of it, of when exactly I'm doing it, because now that I know what I'm doing, I can fix it and just kind of get the bad habit, per se, out of my system. Yeah, the prize is perfect for any driver looking to make his way into Europe. It's hard to get into the European racing scene for us Americans. It's one of the problems nowadays, and this really opens up a whole new stage for us to go show what we can do. There's some new Americans out there doing very, very well with Alexander Rossi and Joseph Newgarden, and hopefully we can get more of us here through this challenge, and I can be able to go show what I can do against the Europeans. Yeah, I was in the Abeth Punto. It's very similar to what I raced in the United States with the Volkswagen GTI. Kind of a softer chassis, but still handles really, really well. The turn-in is pretty sharp, and once it takes a set, it has quite a lot of grip for a street car. So it was a lot of fun to drive, and I would like to drive it around the streets for a little bit and really see how it handles around the streets, because it was a blast on the track, and if it's a blast there, I'm sure it's a great car on the streets as well. I've got quite a lot of experience. I've worked with some really good engineers, and I've been trying to hone on my driving skills, so I think I've got a good chance to be able to make it through. There's some really, really good talent here, so it's not an easy step at all, but I have confidence in myself, and hopefully the instructors saw that in me and saw what I can do, and we'll see what happens.